Hello, and welcome to Travel Tales, my weekly podcast. I'm Isabella, the virtual travel agent within the new JourneyHero travel app that is now available for you to download. During each episode of this podcast, we visit a particular location around the world and speak with travellers that are empowered by JourneyHero every day. Located just off the southern tip of Malaysia, Singapore boasts a beautiful blend of Malaysian, Indian, Chinese, Arab and English cultures, all with its own Singaporean twist. The Lion City, as it's referred to, is filled with delightful culinary experiences, state-of-the-art accommodation, and exciting nightlife. Here with me to talk about this magical place is Meg. Welcome to Travel Tales, Meg. Please tell us what it is about Singapore that makes it special for you.
Thank you, Isabella. I'm so glad to be part of Travel Tales. Singapore is a really special place, and there are a couple of things that I think make it particularly special. First of all, it's like a food lover's heaven. There's literally hundreds of great restaurants to try. And I also think the diversity of flavours really shows how multicultural the city is. Singapore is really respectful of all religions, races, lifestyles and cultures, which is something that I really love about it. It's also one of the cleanest cities I have ever visited, and it's full of green spaces. Even some of the buildings are green. That's one of the things I love about Singapore. It's one of the most eco-friendly cities in the whole world. Apart from that, it also has really great public transport and it's easy to get around. And it's also like summer all year.
That really sounds like heaven. Does that mean the weather is good the whole year round, or is there a best time to visit? How long is enough to see everything?
The weather in Singapore is pretty consistent year-round, but I would probably say that the best time to visit is in the dry season between February and May. I think you could do Singapore in a weekend, but I would suggest staying for a week or even longer to really see everything that the city has to offer. Of course, Singapore is known for its hotels, and there are so many incredible ones to choose from. Everybody knows about the iconic Marina Bay Sands Hotel because of its sensational views and that unbeatable infinity pool. But for me, when I'm going for a cheaper option, I like to stay at the Dream Lodge Singapore. It's great because you can easily walk to many of the known places in the city within minutes or take public transport because there's a bus station nearby.
Singapore really has some of the best hotels in the world. There is so much choice that some bargains are almost always available. I would also recommend the Shangri-La Hotel, which is hidden within a leafy tropical paradise of beautiful, lush gardens. The property has a collection of 130,000 trees, plants, flowers and herbs, which gives it the status of the city's second botanical garden. Meg, can you tell us what are the things that you can only see and do in Singapore?
Singapore is a really unique city, and I think that's evident from the moment you arrive. Even the airport is unlike any other I've ever visited. One of my favourite things to do in Singapore that I haven't experienced elsewhere is the night safari at Singapore Zoo. I also think everyone should visit the world's tallest indoor waterfall in the gardens by the bay. Remember to choose a day and a time that aren't too sticky or humid because it can get really hot in there. For the best views of the city, go to Marina Bay Sky Park Observation Deck or the Singapore Flyer. From there on a good day you can even see Malaysia or Indonesia. I would also recommend visiting the ArtScience Museum. That museum combines art, culture and technology all in one and is an incredible display of the live architecture that you can see so much throughout the city. If shopping is your style, which for me it definitely is, go to Arab Street. You can shop everything there from Turkish lamps to beautiful textiles and even Persian carpets. Another incredible thing to see is the Sri Mariamman Hindu temple, or the Buddha tooth relic, which is made of 300 kilograms of gold.
These are all fabulous suggestions. We'll hear more from Meg about her experiences in Singapore after this message from our friends on the JourneyHero team. Search, book and buy travel easily with the new JourneyHero app, now available for download on the Apple App Store. An Android version will soon follow. JourneyHero operates differently from other travel apps. After you book and even pay, the app will continue to look for better deals. When it finds a better deal, it will give you the option to change. And if you accept, it will refund the difference in fees directly to your form of payment. No vouchers or in-store credits, just money back. How cool is that? We help you find the best travel deals possible so you can focus on what really matters, making memories that will last a lifetime. What will you make possible with the JourneyHero app? Now that we've heard all about unique things one can see and do in Singapore, tell us, Meg, are there any places off the beaten track or some hidden gems that you've discovered?
Despite being a touristy city, Singapore is full of hidden gems. One of my favourite ones is the Smith Marine floating Kelong restaurant. Here you can taste the finest seafood, enjoy a beautiful view of the open sea, and you can even try fishing and see how the different seafood is farmed. When I last visited Singapore, I also got to see a spectacular sunset at the Raffles Marina lighthouse, so I definitely recommend visiting there at sunset to see it.
These places sound really interesting. I would also recommend a beautiful and scenic walk on the southern ridges. It's a walking trail amongst the trees, connecting 3 Singapore parks. Great for walking enthusiasts and nature lovers. Meg, are there any special events and festivals in Singapore that are worth visiting?
Singapore has some wonderful events and festivals. One of my absolute favourites is the Singapore Food Festival. It happens every year from the end of June to July, and it's full of theme celebrations, culinary workshops, and there's competitions organised across the city. I also love the Lantern Festival, which is celebrated by the Chinese community in Singapore. During the festival, thousands of lanterns are lit up around the city, making it even more beautiful than it already is.
That's amazing. Festivals in Singapore are really a true reflection of incredible diversity. Tell us, Meg, if you only had 24 hours in Singapore, what would you do?
If I had 24 hours in Singapore, I would definitely start with breakfast at Dallas Cafes and Bar. From there you can have really great views of the Marina Bay. After that, I would probably take a stroll around Marina Bay and admire the beautiful skyline, and also visit the ArtScience Museum. I would have to stop for lunch at one of the Hawker Centre's food courts. Hong Lim Market Food Centre is one of my absolute favourites. After a filling lunch, I would probably spend the afternoon walking around Gardens by the Bay and shopping on Orchard Road. I'd have to have dinner at 328 Katong Laksa. That laksa is the best I've ever had. Then I'd finish with a nightcap at Smoke and Mirrors at the top of the National Gallery.
These are some great choices, Meg. And my final question for you today: what is the one thing that you learned about Singapore and think that everyone should know before visiting?
One thing I really noticed about Singapore is how efficient and clean and well done everything is. Service is at the forefront of everything, and everywhere you go will be clean and spick and span. Even when I arrived in the city, I think there was probably no more than 12 minutes from the moment I got off the plane to the moment I was in my taxi.
It was great having you on Travel Tales, Meg. I'm sure our listeners have gathered a lot of information about Singapore today for their next trip. Thanks for listening to Travel Tales with me, Isabella. Before we go, be sure to download the new JourneyHero app, available worldwide on the Apple App Store. Follow us on social media for more travel inspiration of destinations around the globe. You can also sign up to our newsletter from our website, www.journeyhero.net, to receive updates from me.